What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs, so let's get to it. Alright, you guys, so as you can see, it's early before the sun has really come up, so that's why it's dark, but I'm imagining as I do the video, it will get brighter, so y'all just hang on in there. I'm doing it early before work because I got an eyelash appointment at lunch, so I can't be fucking with you guys at lunchtime, okay? So before I get to the video, I just want to do a couple of thank yous I've been meaning to do for like a long time, and I keep on forgetting. So first up, thank you to one of my UK rock stars. They did not put their name on my gift card. They got me some a Dunkin' Donuts gift card, and it just says love from a UK rock star. I hate when you guys don't give me your name. I mean, I won't say your last name on there, and I won't even say your actual name if you tell me not to. But I don't know who to thank. So one of my UK rock stars out there, thank you. And then also thank you to Kenny, who is a rock star that gave me an Amazon gift card. Y'all been hooking me up with the gift cards. I sure do appreciate it. As a matter of fact, I used that Amazon gift card to buy me one of those Echo Dots. So we're going to see how it works. I'm looking forward to getting it. It's coming in the mail in a couple of days. So again, thank you to those rock stars who looked out for me for Christmas, my birthday, whatever it was for. All right, you guys. Oh, and also before I go to the video, I also wanted to thank Jasmine. Jasmine did a donation on my fan funding. Okay, now this is the thing with fan funding on YouTube. I can't really see when someone donates. Well, let me back up. I can see when I get a donation because I get the deposit. However, I don't see who it's from. It's just charted as a donation, and that's one of the features that I don't like about that fan funding, because I like to thank people for giving me money. I mean, because when I give people shit, I want them to say thank you too, right? But the fan funding feature on my YouTube page, I cannot see it. That's why I would rather I mean, I'm not asking you to give me nothing, but if you were feeling, generous one day and you wanted to give a donation, I would rather it be through my PayPal button. I probably should just remove that whole fan funding thing, because the PayPal button, I can actually see who the money is from. Okay, and the only time I know if you've given me a fan funding donation is if you then let me know that you donated to me. So there's been a couple of times I know that some fan funding money has slipped through the cracks, and I haven't been able to say thank you to the people that gave to me. Hasn't been a whole bunch. It's just been times where I feel like, damn, I didn't get a chance to say thank you to these people. So I don't want people to think that I'm, not happy for the money that you gave me. So Jasmine did let me know about her donation. That's the only reason why I was able to see it and tell you guys thank you. So that's it. Now that's it on the thank yous. Anybody else who has contributed to the fan funding in the past and I haven't said thank you, I just want you to know that I thank you. I just didn't know who you were. All right, now let's get to the video. All right, you guys, first let's talk about all the deaths that we had in this past week. I mean, 2016 has not been a good week for celebrities, musicians, entertainers in general. But this past week, we've gotten 3 deaths. They say they happen in threes. And true to form, we've had 3 deaths now. First was George Michael of Wham fame. Could not believe it. I was just like, when I heard that he had died, I was just like, that can't be true. You get so many people that just post shit and it don't be correct. I mean, I think they have killed Britney Spears off this week and she's still alive, and some other people. So I just kind of felt like that it was a hoax. But sure enough, he is dead. They haven't really said what he has died from. Well, now they're saying that he died of heart failure. But they said that his partner, what's his name? Fadi Fawaz. If I'm not saying his name correctly, I'm sorry. His partner found him sleeping peacefully in his bed. And the partner does say something about, recently things have been complicated. So I'm assuming that he has been sick. They haven't said what he has been sick from. I'm sure people have made their assumptions of what he might have had. But they're now saying that he died from heart failure. 53 years old. All right. Just so sad. A beautiful man. And I mean that literally. You look at his face and he is one of those ones that you can't really see a flaw. A voice to match. He was like, when I was in middle school, I mean, everybody was rocking the Wham shirts, okay? Choose Life and all the different things. And I mean, it's just a big part of my childhood. Like many others, this year, Another one has died. So he didn't have any children. He was not married. He had his partner, who he leaves behind. Rest in peace to George Michael. Then we got word that Ricky Harris died, and I was super shocked about that. You know, Ricky Harris is one of those comedians that you always saw. He's been on specials and all of that. I've seen him even in the comedy show circuit. Did not ever gain like super high big notoriety like many of these other black celebrity comedians that we know of. However, we still knew who Ricky Harris was. Most recently, people remember him from Everybody Hates Chris. But I remember him, like I said, from the circuit, the comedy circuit. And then my husband told me that he was the one that was DJ Easy Dick, okay, on the Ruthless Records. And for you guys, I'm sure you guys who knows, you know, all of the NWA, Snoop, and the DOC, and all of their albums back in the day, he was the one that would always do the interludes. I didn't know that at the time. However, now that all comes out, evidently him and Snoop Dogg were you know, childhood buddies, grew up together. And I'm assuming that's how the link of all of them got together. But still, you guys, I was just amazed. 54 years old he was. They said that he had a heart attack 2 years ago. I guess his heart has been failing over the years. It's, you know, gotten weaker and weaker. And they said that he died also from heart failure. He was divorced. He had been married, but he was divorced. And he has 2 daughters that he leaves behind. And then yesterday, we get news that Carrie Fisher died. I was like, not Princess Leia. I was so happy to see her in the Star Wars remake that I saw last Christmas, you know, in 2015. 60 years old, you guys. They said that she was on this, you know, this tour. She was promoting a book that she had just written, and she had a heart attack. So they rushed her to the hospital. She had the heart attack on December 23rd. They rushed her to the hospital. She was never able to regain consciousness. And finally, she died yesterday, early morning. And I mean, a shock again. I mean, we can think of all the things that we've seen Carrie Fisher in. Star Wars, the trilogy, of course. And then I, you know, loved her in Blues Brothers. That's one of my favorite movies ever, ever, ever. What was it? What was the movie? Harry and the Harrisons? Harry and the Y'all know what movie I'm talking about, with the big monster. And just other things that we have seen her in. Just, again, one of the entertainers of my childhood. I mean, Star Wars, Princess Leia couldn't get no bigger than that. She was married. She had a husband by the name of Brian, and they had a daughter together that she leaves behind by the name of Billy. Yeah, you guys, we are going to lift up all of those families that are involved in prayer. They leave behind a score of family and friends, I mean, and fans that love them, you know, worldwide. Very, very sad. You guys, rest in peace to George Michael, Ricky Harris, and Carrie Fisher. Now, the big news that hit last night was the fact that Tiny, Tamika Harris, filed for divorce from T.I. And even though, you guys, we have known the shit that Tiny and T.I. have gone through, and I can tell you they have been going through some shit ever since I have moved to Atlanta. I can remember clearly when T.I. decided to drop Tiny. This was before they even got married, and he got with Hoops, and they were on the radio, and Tiny was going off on him. I mean, it was just the craziest thing. She has been through so much publicly with T.I. that you'd already know the bullshit that she's been through privately with T.I. We all know about his indiscretions, talk of possibly babies out of wedlock. Just a lot of running around on T.I.'s part. Tiny has been there the whole time. Tiny has changed her entire look and body to, I mean, I can't say that she's done it to please T.I., but I believe that Tiny felt threatened, possibly, by all the beautiful women that surround themselves with T.I., and decided that she needed to do something about herself. Some would say that she's made herself look worse. I felt like Tiny was a cute enough girl in the beginning. Maybe she did not need all the augmentation that she's had done. However, she's had all these things done to her, I feel, to probably help her situation with T.I. Yeah, they've been through a lot, and we've seen it. So now that the divorce comes down the pike, you would think that we'd be like, well, finally. But you guys, I feel bad. I feel bad for them, because this is a family. You know, they got a fucking million kids. I don't think that T.I. doesn't love Tiny. I think T.I. is just one of these down south men who have it in them that they need to be fucking around with a whole bunch of women. But it still makes me sad that a marriage is breaking up. Now, am I surprised by it? Absolutely not. Okay? There's only so much that a person can take. And, even though we didn't think that Tiny was ever going to get to her limit, and, a little part of me, I will admit, I feel like that this is not even really going to happen. This is just something that she's done, maybe to open his eyes. But I'm not surprised. I just feel like T.I. has done a lot. Tiny has put up with a lot. They've had a lot of recent strain on their marriage, with this whole shit with Floyd. And, rumors had already gone around that they were separated, living in different places. I know Tiny bought a huge house over in a subdivision that a friend of mine lives in, okay, but I don't think she's been staying there. I don't know where she is. They say that T.I. also has a home somewhere in Buckhead. So it's been rumored that they were separated, but they do seem to get together. We see them on public things together, and we also just recently saw that they celebrated Christmas together, which is not surprising because they have kids together, and the family gets together at least for the kids on Christmas. But yeah, you guys, I really am not surprised. I am really kind of just like, well, damn. All of that, and then it's going to end in this. But it remains to be seen, you guys, if she really does go through with it. They have a lot riding on that relationship, their TV show, which may have just run its course. I mean, that show has been on for how many seasons now? Maybe it is time when, it's not about to be renewed anymore. And, now that you can't get no more money out of it, maybe it's time to move on. I don't really know what the reasons are that Tamika is deciding to get a divorce, but I feel like Tiny has put up with a lot. I'm sad about it, but I understand. How's that? How do you guys feel about it? You guys think that it's going to happen? You think the divorce is going to happen? You think they'll be back together? Leave your comments below. They say that Rob and China are reunited and it feels so good. Shout out to Peaches and Herb. I guess it was going to happen, you guys. All I know is I'm sick of them. I've told you guys that before, okay? I'm sure the family is sick of them as well, okay? Especially Black China. They say that they have been shunning her and all of that. You know what? I don't even care, okay? They back together. They have a baby together. They are now a family, so I guess they owe it to their family to try to make it work it out. That's all I can say about it, okay? We just gonna keep our eye out to see if the shit fall apart again, which I'm pretty much betting that it will. Not hoping on it though, y'all, but I wouldn't be surprised there either. Speaking of Black China, let's talk about her mom, Tokyo Toni. What is wrong with Tokyo Toni, you guys? I really think that there is some mental issues there. We used to think that she was just eccentric, but it's not that. Just recently, Tokyo Toni decided that she was going to delete her Instagram because out of the 84,000 followers that she has, only 30-something donated to a cause that she had to help homeless people. I don't follow Tokyo Toni. I just see her whenever she shows up on the blogs. But evidently, Tokyo Toni dedicates her Instagram to helping homeless people out there in DC, which, I mean, is good. Okay, if that's what she's decided to, make her life's work, then more power to her. I've heard people say that it can be disturbing. You are disturbing the privacy of people, even though they're homeless. A lot of people don't want to be splattered across social media, especially the fact that they're homeless. That's not really something that they want people to know. So I've heard different things about it. Like I said, I don't follow her. But yeah, she's mad because she said, you motherfuckers just following her to be nosy. I guess she doesn't really know how social media works, okay? That is 98% of the people. They want to know what the fuck is going on in your life. Nobody has to give you a donation. Yes, it would be very, very nice. But when we look at Tokyo Toni and we've known about some of the struggles that she had, I don't know if any of us can really be super sure that the money that we donate is going to the place that you say is going to. Bottom line is, get you a fucking foundation where I know for a fact that if I donate and I can write the shit off on my taxes, then we talking. But don't just ask me to donate to some GoFundMe when you kind of look like you need some goddamn help yourself. And, you telling us that you're going to... Now, I mean, she might very well be ready to help these homeless people. But I'm just saying, if you really are trying to make something big and real out of this, do it the right way. Just donating, that's asking a lot of some people, okay? But the 39 people or however many it was that donated to her, she She's happy with them. She's just displeased with the remaining 83,961 people of her followers. So I just feel like Tokyo Toni needs help. She goes back and forth with her daughter. China has to, deal with her mom because she loves her, obviously. But, Toni is she's not predictable and all. Yeah. So it's a whole lot going on there. We just gonna, stretch the hands of prayer out to Toni. Hopefully she can get it together, whatever's going on with her. And then since we talking about the Kardashians, this is not really Kardashians, but it's Kardashian related since it's Khloe's man, Tristan Thomas. Is it Thomas or Thompson? Whichever one it is, you guys, the one that plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Did you guys see him walking into the game on Christmas Day with that big ass fucking fur coat on? I was like, nigga, you better do it. Y'all love me a big old fucking dramatic fur. James, did you see that fucking fur? Oh my God. If you didn't see it, you got to look it up. That's all I'm saying. I know Peter would not approve, but man, he was so fly. I said, see, right there lets you know that he is in the superstar status of being Khloe's man. I'm telling you, these guys be so swept up and just in awe of the Kardashians. This is what happens, okay? So, Tristan is the latest victim. But anyway, getting back to him, his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, she had the baby. And it came out yesterday that his name is not on the birth certificate as the father, which is just amazing me. Like, how do you people find these things out? Like, is that public record? So then I was like, girl, don't tell me that this nigga ain't the damn baby daddy. You done went through all of this? And he ain't the baby daddy? I said, oh, Lord, that is not a good look for her. Okay, then it turns out that no, that's not what the case is. She had the baby, I believe, in Los Angeles. Tristan was not there. Either he was playing basketball somewhere or he just had chose not to show up for the birth of his baby. So he did not sign the birth certificate. In California, it's a law that the father and the mother both have to be present. Of course, the mother's going to be present. She's having a baby. But the father has to be present in order to sign the birth certificate. He can do it later. So, it's not a case that he's not the father. It's just that he was not there, which, I mean, I understand you have games to play and everything, but can't people take the fuck off a day? Okay, you having a baby. It's not like you just taking off so that you can stay at the house, so I'm sure she'll still be able to get child support. They say that she comes from a family of money. I know that she is cousins with Kevin Hart's wife, even though that ain't got nothing to do with her family and what money they have, but they say she comes from money, so she's like not even really concerned with child support. I said, baby girl, don't listen, don't pass up some damn money if it's coming to you rightfully. I don't give a fuck if your family do have money. If the daddy got money and the baby needs shit just like any other baby, they deserve to get some help from their damn daddy too. Who's this man walking on the side of my car? Ooh, child, early in the morning the crazes is out. Anyway, that's it on all the Kardashian related drama. I'm so sick of all of them. See, you guys, the sun is coming up some. You can see me a little bit better. There was an 8-part docuseries called Escaping the KKK that was set to premiere on the A&E channel. It met quite a bit of criticism. People were upset that, they were putting on a show that had anything to do glorifying, the KKK. A&E said that, that necessarily is not what the show was about, and they felt like it was a story that needed to be told. But I think the heat that they got from putting this show out in today's political and racial climate, it was not really what they were expecting, okay? And of course, social media always puts some extra stank on it. So I think they were feeling the pressure. Come to find out, there were some third-hand producers, not A&E related, but anyway, there were some producers of the show that actually paid the family that was on the show. They said it was a nominal fee. However, that goes against the rules and regulations and guidelines for the A&E channel's docuseries that they have. You cannot pay these people. So A&E was like, okay, that's it. Pulling the plug. We're not putting this show out, okay? My opinion is that they needed something. And this was like perfect for them. Like, okay, let's pull this shit and say fuck it. Because we didn't know that everybody was going to be this mad. I didn't know why they didn't think everybody was going to be mad. Nobody wants to hear about the KKK, especially with Donald Trump going into office and all that. It's just one more thing where you just be like, oh, so now they just going to really be talking about all this racism and all this shit, these motherfuckers supporting that type of activity. So the show is now off. It didn't even come on, and you ain't got to worry about it no more. Escaping the KKK. They say that BET and Gabrielle Union have reached a settlement. You guys remember that Gabrielle Union was suing them, a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against BET because BET was trying to pull some old janky shit, okay? They were trying to combine 2 seasons into one, making the season be very, very long when they had already promised her that they would not have long seasons because she is also a movie actress and she wants to be able to do movies. She doesn't want to be tied down to a TV show. On top of that, they tried to not give her the money that they had promised that they were going to pay her. Gabrielle was like, bitch, I don't think so. All right, so she took them to court, and like I said, they have settled. They did not say what the amount was for. They just said that they have settled, and they're getting back to producing the show, and you guys can look forward to the show coming out again. You guys know I don't review that show any longer. I don't even watch it no more because I just had enough. And then now that Mara Brock Akil and her husband are not producing or writing for the show any longer, that really worries me. Okay, you guys know that BET doesn't have much of a reputation, a good reputation for, you know, preserving the sanctity of a good show. They fuck them up pretty much all the time, and I feel like Being Mary Jane is going to be another one that is on the casualty list of BET, but I mean, I guess we'll see. They said that the people that they have writing for the show still has the same vision for the show that Mara does, child. We'll see, but yeah, you guys, it will definitely be coming back. Those of you guys who are waiting on Being Mary Jane, just hold on, is coming. And then lastly, in quickies, you guys, Troy Avenue, he was shot again. Okay, you guys remember the drama with Troy Avenue. He was the one that was performing at a TI concert up in New York somewhere. It was at a venue, and some shooting rang out, and then we caught him on video. He was the one that was doing the shooting. Somebody got killed. I think one of the security guards, you know, he said that somebody was shooting at him and he was protecting himself. Okay, all of that. So he just got done with that. Well, he's not done. I believe he's out on bail until his case comes up with that. Now they say that your boy Troy Avenue was in his Maserati. He was at a red light. Somebody walked up to the car. Some words were exchanged. He tried to take off, and the person shot into the car numerous times, okay? Grazed his face, and I think shot him in the shoulder. I was like, now listen here. Anytime a motherfucker keep on wanting to shoot your ass, something ain't right with your life. You need to move a little differently. I don't know if you need to be out of that hood. I'm not sure if you need to make some amends with some people, but you need to correct some things in your life, okay? Because it looks like people are quite determined to kill you. I mean, how often is it that a motherfucker gets shot at twice in the year? It ain't no accident. Obviously, somebody got it out for Troy Avenue. His lawyer said he's out and he's fine and all of that. I'm sure this helps his street cred and everything, but I bet you deep down inside that nigga got to be shaking in his boots. All right, Troy, I'm gonna need you to do something. Can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. Shit ain't working the way it is. I'm sure you don't want to die in 2017. Fix whatever the damn problem is. Now, there were some Michael B. Jordan gay rumors. I don't even know what started the rumors, you guys. I didn't even research it. I'm sorry. Okay, but Michael B. Jordan did finally respond to it, and you know, he says that he normally wouldn't give this kind of thing any type of response, but fuck it, he got time today. Okay, he says that people that's putting this rumor out there, you know, karma is a bitch, is coming for that ass. Okay, then he catches himself and he says, you know what, I'm not gonna respond because any response actually just fuels the rumor. I said, Michael, I'm gonna need you to fucking get it. Are you gonna respond or not? Shit. He took down the post that he had. It was a video of him talking, and I guess now he is trying to ignore the rumors. Look, I love Michael B. Jordan. I think he is a cutie pie and all of that. I wouldn't be surprised if he was gay. Okay, he probably isn't, but he could be. I mean, you know, either way it goes, it's not surprising me. He tiny, y'all. Not that got to do with anything. There's plenty of big gay niggas out there, but he's just a tiny little, teeny little mini mite. I said, that boy is just as cute as could be. Could look like he about 5'6", child. He probably taller than that, but I was just like, anyway, and all of that, Michael, baby, you still didn't say if you was gay or not. They say that Versace has a code name for when black people come into the store. Okay, and they say the code is NIH 800. Okay, and that means niggas in here. Wait, I can't even do the joke. It means niggas in here. And 800 is for the malt liquor that you niggas like to drink. That's not really that ain't the code, y'all. Shit. They got some kind of code. It's actually, they say the code for black shirts. They also say, you know, there is a whatever. Say the code is a, you know, TRS 155 in men's. Okay, that means that it's a nigga over there in men's. Go keep your eye on them. Y'all know y'all be stealing. I said this about a bitch. Like, black people the only ones that be stealing around here. Look, I used to work at the Gap, and y'all, I know y'all, I love my Latinas. I do. Them girls would be so damn good at stealing. They would come in there. They would have these big muumuu type dresses on, and they would have these clips in the inside of their muumuus, their dress, and they would come and steal a whole fucking stack of pants in a matter of seconds, because they would clip the pants that were already folded into their dresses, so they would lay flat, and they would probably have like 40 pair of pants or shirts or whatever. I mean, and you know, we would look up and a whole damn rounder of clothes would be gone, okay? And this was like a lot of Mexican women. They were doing it in LA at the time when I worked at the Gap in Santa Monica, because, you know, they were stealing the shit and I guess reselling it. So it ain't just black people up in here, NIH 800. That's ignorant, right? Then we get that Chris Brown commented on a picture that Pikachu had posted. Carucci, whatever the fuck her name is, you guys. It was her cutely sitting on the ground or on something, and he said that he still want that. I was like, this motherfucker don't really want her still. Okay, he just wants her to be wrapped up in him. But you know, he supposedly has a new girlfriend, so I'm just like, why he keep on revisiting this kind of shit? He trying to bring that girl back in, but she seems like she's over him finally. Girl, don't fall for the okie doke. The nigga gonna do you wrong as soon as you go back. And then lastly, you guys, Fences. I did go see the movie. I saw it on my birthday, and I enjoyed the movie. The movie is heavy though. It ain't one of them ones when you leave you just feel real good. It was based on a play by the same name, and I can't think who wrote it. I'll put it on the screen here. Oh, I hate that I didn't have. Anyway, it was based on a play. The movie, I'm not giving spoilers, but I'm just telling you that the movie very much is shot like a play. When you look at the movie, you immediately think, okay, this must have been a play, because it's very, very little setting. You know, pretty much the whole movie is shot in the same 3-4 different scenes. I enjoyed it though. Y'all know I didn't want to see it because of damn Viola Davis's leaky orifices. I was just like, I can't see her with this snot running all over the place, and you know, her crying and shit, you know, like in the commercial. So what I ended up doing is, on that scene, okay, I just looked at the corner, in the left hand corner of the damn screen, and I didn't even pay attention to when she was on there. I listened to everything she said, but I didn't watch her, okay? And that worked out good for me, because you guys, something about snot, spit, vomit, them are the things that I cannot tolerate. It grosses me the fuck out. But it was really, really good. Powerful act, and I imagine that somebody will get some nominations from it. Denzel Washington did direct it, and he did a beautiful job, y'all. Denzel is getting old. Our boy is getting old. He's still very, very, very handsome, but definitely he's moved on to the next stage in life, y'all. Anyway, that's it. Y'all let me know if you saw Fences, what you thought about it. Try not to give any spoilers for the people that haven't seen it yet. All right. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know. Alright, you guys, let me get off of here. I'm at Dunkin' Donuts about to get me something to drink. They got a new girl. She fucked up my coffee yesterday, so I'm like, she can't make my coffee today. This shit was too sweet. And I love sweet coffee, so you're really doing the most if you give me some shit that's too sweet for me. Anyway, let me get off of here, you guys. We do this every single week. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.